people, what's going on? It's your girl, the Polished Lady, and today I am at a pop-up shop with the Bae Bar and the owner, Dani. Can you introduce yourself and tell us why you thought it was so essential to have this pop-up, and just kind of welcome other people with textured hair styles to your salon and get taken care of?
So my name is Dani. I've been doing hair for about, well, I tell people I've been doing hair since I was 12, but I've been licensed for 8 years. Actually never thought I would be a cosmetologist. My mom does hair. I hated it. Actually went twice to cosmetology school. But I somehow fell in love with it, and I've always been the type of hairstylist that if you came and sat in my chair, I wanted to be able to do your hair. I never wanted to be like, oh, well, I can't do your hair or it's too hard. So I placed myself in different salons, predominantly white salons, predominantly black, blowout bars, so I could learn how to take care of everybody. I guess what made me want to open up the Bae Bar and something like this is because, you know, I've worked in places where I was the only black hairstylist and I was given all the black clients. I worked in white salons and they felt like I couldn't do their hair because I was black.
And that's frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. So I just feel like, you know, I want every woman, especially, and I am doing this for every woman with textured hair, every woman, I want to be inclusive. I want to keep that, I want people to keep that in mind. But me being a black woman and a black hairstylist and having a mother that still does hair and does black women, I think it's important for black women to know that I'm doing this for them. Like, that's one of my #1 priorities, because we can't walk in somewhere and get our hair done, or we have trust issues with the salon industry, whether it's a black person doing our hair or a white person doing our hair. Absolutely. Or an Asian person doing our hair. It's something about, you know, black women and their hair. It means so much to us. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that. So my daughter has textured hair, I have textured hair, my son has textured hair, and when my daughter has kids, when I have friends who are Caucasian who have mixed race kids, I want them to be able to have that, you know, maybe a mother and daughter have that experience together. Not you have to go book your daughter over here, but I can go in here. So I just think it's important that, you know, the world is changing, it's been changing, and I feel like the salon industry and the beauty industry needs to realize that hair is just hair. If you have the proper proper tools, the proper products, the proper training, then you should be able to take care of anybody who walks in. And just knowing that it only took me about, I would say, 3 years to learn how to do white hair. And I mean, I say that because I've done it over time, but literally I worked at a blowout bar and I caught on in a week. So it's not impossible. So I feel like if you want to call yourself a hairstylist, or if you want to call yourself someone who's a specialty, you specialize in hair, you specialize in color, then anybody should be able to sit in your chair.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So when I went to cosmetology school, but just one of the things that I noticed growing up was my auntie is old school. So she had the hot comb, and that's all I could get. I never got a perm, so straight up just hot comb. And then going to cosmetology school, I was introduced to the flat iron, and then I was like, oh, well, this is all I ever need. And then poof, the humidity, go outside. And so I love that you talked about how having the proper tools and really studying your craft, and so you could be a diverse cosmetologist. I love that, and stylist. I really appreciate that. And I also heard in the testimonies from today at this pop-up that everyone loved how quick, efficient, and you educated them like, hey, this is what you need. You asked them questions during the consultation. So is that the experience you want everyone to experience during their service with you and booking at the Bae Bar?
Yes. Like some of the horror stories that you hear about, like, oh, I have to be at the salon every day, or all day. I never got to experience that. My mom was like, I'm doing your hair at home. I've been at the shop all day. I don't want to deal with you at the shop. So I didn't actually start getting my hair done in the salon by my mom. I was 21. So I always got my hair done over the sink. So when I would hear my friends talk about, oh, I got there at 9 a.m., and we would be waiting to go out, and I'm like, it's 3, it's 5, you still there? I never experienced that. So when I said that I wanted to even be a hairstylist outside of the blowout bar, I was always like, my time, I respect people's time. Like, I don't want somebody sitting waiting on me or they're not being taken care of. So literally how I've always booked my clients is I never stop on a client. I book them and I have that person for an hour, that person for the next hour. And I feel like it's important because it doesn't feel like you're being passed around. It feels like they understand that it's about them. And that's how I'm training my stylists at the Bay. Like, I've learned this in cosmetology school. I'll never forget my cosmetology teacher told me a hairstylist could be trash at hair, but if you have a great personality and you're kind and you're trying, most people will be patient with you. They might even come back if you didn't do such a good job. So it is all about the experience and being approachable and being respectful and asking questions. A client shouldn't have to ask you questions. And so does the brush hurt? When's the last time you got a trim? How often does your hair, how often do you blow your hair out? Does your hair hold curl? Things like that. So I think gaining the client's hair history and what they do at home or what they don't do in their past experiences, that's important to learn before you touch anybody's hair.
And I love the fact that people were talking about they were in and out. And out. So as a influencer, brand ambassador, doing different styles and going to different events, I'm like, the only thing I can really do is slap a wig on or slap braids in, so I know that my hair is protected. But you're saying that this doesn't have to be the circumstance for us anymore.
It doesn't. No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, y'all get excited.
And I know if I can do it, if I can do it, I know it's possible for my stylist to do it. So that's why, you know, even though we're doing pop-ups right now, we haven't opened up, we know that training is very important. So that's why we're training our stylists now before we even open up our brick and mortar, so that when we open up and people are now learning about the Bay, they can go and they trust us because they've already experienced us. We've already proven that. And we know that it is important to gain the trust of women with textured hair in Indianapolis. So that's what we're trying to do, gain the trust, build the momentum, so that when we do open, you know that you'll be taken care of and then you can get the full experience.
Love that. And can you go ahead and tell them the website where they can book, so that if they want to be trained or coming out of cosmetology school, any of that, they can reach you?
Okay. Our website is www.baebarindy.com. Our Instagram is @Baebarindy. And if you want to apply, you can just email your resume and some photos of your work and your Instagram name to info@Baebarindy.com. We are also booking weddings. We already have weddings booked for 2021 and 22. So we do weddings. Thank you. We do weddings, diverse weddings. We can take care of anybody's wedding party. And then if you just want to find out more information or book us at our pop-ups or follow us around, you can go to the website and you can actually subscribe to what's called the Bae Watch. So the Bae Watch is a subscription. The subscribers get email every week, and they get to follow us on our journey to open up our first flagship. So when we got our trademark submitted, they got the information on that. It's emails from me, so I'll write you like I'm your friend, like we're friends, and
we are friends.
Yeah, we are.
This my bad. This day.
And I write you, and I literally will say, "Oh, it's been a long week." Like, I'm really honest with everybody because I want people to follow us around on our journey, and the support that we've gotten has been amazing. So you can subscribe to the Bae Watch, and our next pop-up is September 19th. It will be here at PE Salon. And if you want to book that, you can go to the website as well.
All right, y'all heard it here with the Polished Lady. We appreciate you so much. And come check out the Bae Bar. All right?
Thank you. Bye.